STS deprogrammed for a reason, because I had to get rid of that old programming that nearly took my life away. It's real life shit. That's why I'm here today. And yeah, we're back with Lady Crown. And we don't stay down. We stay up. And we don't chat pop. But it's not real talk. It's another midweek catch up. And yeah, greetings to you all. And what have you got to say to the people, damn Lady Crown?
Greetings. What a beautiful day. Every day's a beautiful day. Had a nice relaxing spa day yesterday. Absolutely amazing. All of the different rooms, salt bath rooms, and there was an ice room there as well that you could go into. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so I know that Tony enjoyed it. Nice massage afterwards as well. Been working like a troop up the allotments, just moving so much, doing so much. And I said, you know what, sometimes you just recognise when somebody just needs a chillax day and a massage just to take out those knots out of the body. Soon off to Jamaica anyway next week, so it was an opportune time to do it. So I hope you really enjoyed it, Tone. I know you did. We had a wonderful time. So yeah, life is what you make it. You know, it really is. We are masters of the universe. And the more
master manifestors.
Yeah, exactly. And the more we recognize that and realize that, is the more you become empowered to do what it is you were purposed to do. We didn't just come here to, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a nurse. No, you know, so trust me, it's all the matrix that's led us down that path. Well, what do you got to do when you grow up then? And then you come out with whatever thing's been programmed into your brain anyway. You know what I'm saying? You only really find out what your purpose is when you've gone through shit. It's as serious as that. Do you know what I mean? You have that eureka moment or that epiphany, and you go, kiss me neck. And that's how you start finding yourself go, literally do 360. And that's what happens, you know. And what we're having now on the planet is a mass awakening. Instead of a pocket here and a pocket there, or a man or a woman there and a man or woman there, it's a mass awakening where people are literally, even those that don't know that they've been enslaved by virtue of the birth certificate, are actually getting up and speaking and using their voice to say, we do not agree, we do not consent. You don't want a dystopian nightmare or world for your offspring, for your boys and your girls, your grandbabies when they come along. You want them to have the life that they were purposed to have, which is abundance. It really is. There's no need for any of the hunger, the pain, the suffering. And remember, everything, you know, when you listen to some of these war correspondents, as they like to call themselves, they always talk about the theatre of war. When you're referring to the theatre, you and I know that, yes, where you go and watch a play. So what are they saying when they use words like theatre of war? Are you looking at something that's been scripted? Women crying, you know, somebody that comes along and makes them look like they've had some injury purposed on their body. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we're living in. 100% matrix off. That's the world that we're living in. So the video that Ralph put out yesterday, we were just listening to it, and you know, is what can I say? Brother Ralph is on point, bang on point in everything that he says. Absolutely everything that he says is bang on point. So don't feed into none of the hogwash that you're hearing. Do not feed into it, because when you do, you become part of that. That then becomes your reality. And these beings out here that have been in control of the planet for the last 6,000 years, trust me, they really know how to press the buttons and get us to respond to certain things and feel a certain way. But that's over, and they well and know that it's over. That's why we're seeing all the calamities taking place on the planet. So stay strong, stay focused, and do you. You know what I'm saying?
Do you. I mean, because like you're saying in that video, they know how to control your mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They studied it. Yep. You know, the knowledge that we're tapped into, they are. You get me? Because they've been doing this for a long time, for thousands of years. So, and your mind's sensitive. Mm-hmm. So if you're externalizing your power, you become a part of that energy. You know what I mean? So you lose yourself. You know, the further you look outside of yourself, the more that you lose yourself. The further that you look within yourself, the more that you find out who you truly are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you are a star. You know, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your teeth, the carbon in your eyes, the copper in your brain.
Talking about.
Trust me, don't go insane.
Absolutely.
Stay sane like us. Yeah. And trust in yourself, first and foremost. You know, a lot of us need to really start trusting our intuition. We was talking about it earlier. Not with fear, with love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are listening to that little voice in their head that's linked to the old programming. You know, the programming that's making people do things that go against their biochemical structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen to that voice that's trying to elevate you, ascend you to your higher nature.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Your higher senses.
Yeah.
You know, they want you down here all the time because they know if you're down there, you're under hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
You're under control.
And control.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simon says. You know
when,
what Simon says?
quickly, yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean?
There comes a time when you don't do that anymore.
No, because you have your own thoughts. You have your own, because a lot of our thoughts have been shaped from when we was young. You know what I mean? And we need to start thinking for ourselves, critical thinking. You know what I mean? You know, we need to work on our mind, body, and soul, man. So
all
crucial.
The time. And you know what you just saying about Simon Says?
Yeah.
It was simple, Simon Says. So whoever was doing the Simon bit was simple, which being chupid. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why they told you to do some mad things, and it was simple. That's another form of conditioning, giving you these nursery rhymes and giving you these little folklore and little tales and little things that we just, grow up doing, and we don't that what we're saying is that we're listening to somebody who's simple, and because they made it into a game, we partake of it, but it's actually conditioning your mind to take on the rubbish from the simpletons out there. Because trust me, everybody that's out there that calls themselves a public servant, they are simpletons. They're chupid. Yeah, and we've been brought up with that. So when they say, as of from the 31st of March, this is what's now going to happen. Oh, I suppose do it. No, it's the simple Simon game that they're playing with you. And you know that you're a grown-ass man or woman right about now. So you know what? There comes a time when you put down childish things and you do what men and women do. You know what I'm saying?
And also subliminal messages, They're now the subconscious works through imagery. Everything that you watch, it stays within your subconscious because it's always on record. Yeah. We are tape recorders. And whatever you record is going to have an effect. Yeah. Cause and effect. So you have to start really focusing on things that elevate you. Because, trust me, like Ralph says out there, whatever you can consume you. You got to be really aware out here. This is why they put so much fear out there, because they know if they put fear out there, people are going to take it within them. Mm-hmm. And then what happens when you take it within you? You externalize it. Remember Curly? They're coming for us. Why is that? Because he's consumed that information. Yeah. So he has to externalize it. Not that he has to, but a lot of us do. If you haven't got that critical thinking, knowing who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you can be anybody out here. Yeah. Anyone. You know what I mean? So it's so crucial for us to know thyself.
Absolutely.
And realize how powerful we are. You know what I mean?
How do you learn to, distinguish between fact and fiction when all you've been taught all your life is fiction? So how do you then just, learn what the fact is? And that's what it is. We've been taught theory, we've been taught fiction, we've been taught what somebody said 4,000 years ago, 100 years ago, and then written in a book, so it becomes factual in their eyes, it becomes his story. How do you really know the facts? You know what I'm saying? Just take one look in the mirror, look at yourself. You know what I mean? You know that you didn't come out no gibbon. And
when you look in the mirror, look at yourself and say, I love you. Start speaking affirmations, because there was a study in science where they studied people that spoke 3 affirmations, just 3, every day for 21 days. And guess what happened? Their DNA changed. Wow. To up-regulate the genes. Imagine that. Just 3 affirmations a day for 21 days. So imagine if you was doing it all day. Imagine how you will change your whole chemistry.
Everything about you would change.
Yeah, man. We have a big impact on ourselves, believe it or not.
Absolutely.
It's not out there, it's in here.
Yeah, out there is all theatre. Regardless of how it impacts on everybody, it's theatre. And when you treat it like that, then guess what? If you know that you're playing a role and you think, you know what, I'm tired of playing that part. It's boring. I've been Cinderella for the last 20 years.
It's boring.
So you stop playing that part. You just put it down and say, that's not for me. And that's when you truly evolve and become and become the man and the woman that you're purposed to be. Stop participating in the lies, in the fraud, and in the game, because that's what's taking place out there. One big ass game of Monopoly. Right about now, man and man want to creep up everything that belongs to everybody, because whatever comes along. you know, because whatever happens, it's going to happen in nature, because that's what nature does. It, you know, we're entering the age of Aquarius. That's change. That's the planet rebirthing. That's the ascension. That's that they have no control over that. What they have control over is how you perceive those changes, and that's what can be detrimental to you, because if you perceive it to be all gloom and doom and oh, I've got to do this now and I need this, that, and I need all kind of things to do. Magic. Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Perception magic. Put that shit down. It's not for us. It's not for you. Maybe for somebody else out there, but not for you. When you put it down, life's just truly amazing. Truly amazing. I mean, the men and women that were at that spa day yesterday, not a care in the world, sat there enjoying themselves. But we know somewhere else there's people in abject poverty, pain, suffering. You know what I'm saying? And that's the world we live in. Exactly.
We're all in different dimensions living in this reality. You're talking about environments. That environment is relaxation. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's other environments that have got pain and suffering and poverty. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's always been like this, you know. In terms of the world, people being in different states of being. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a time right now for us to really help each other get to a higher state. Yeah. This is why the consciousness is rising, because people are realizing, oh my God, I have an impact. Yes, you do. You have an impact on what you do, what you say. Has
absolutely.
An impact, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's why they want to control
what you do and what you say.
Exactly. You know all I need to be PC, politically correct, all that hogwash to get you to change your language. And it's a bastardized language as it is anyway, because it has so many different meanings unless you put it into context. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how they've had the control, to get you to stop speaking differently. Refer to the man or the woman in your life as your partner. Oh, this is my partner. Well, look at the word partner, see what it says. Oh, so you're in business then, yeah? You're not. It's not a union of a man and a woman coming together with love. No, it's a business. So that's to so you don't exclude those that have decided that they want to have a same-sex man or woman in their life. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can be nice. And so when you say partner, you don't know if it's a man or a woman. That's how much they changed the way that we speak. If you're there with a man and you're a man, so this is my man. If you're there with a woman and you're there with a woman, this is my woman. And if you're a woman with a man, this is my man. If you're a man with a woman, this is my woman. No, we don't need, you see what I'm saying? Don't let them do things like that to you because you want to be politically correct, not to upset whoever it is. Listen, you don't control people's feelings, you know. That be them something. And if the more you let these lunatics take control of your language, there'll become a day where you don't even speak to it. You'll sit on there like Simple Simon and do nothing because you've given away everything that was yours. You know, we have to bear some of the responsibility for the way that the world is. Yes, we were lied to. Yes, we were, hoodwinked, but we can't, since the age of information, and that's been how long we've been accessing internet and all those things now. Last 20 years?
Yeah, I think it's around 20 years, isn't it?
Okay. So the universe has provided us with what it is we need to actually start deciphering and looking at certain things and tapping into for us to come to a realization that, oh my goodness, 20 years it's been here, and it came to help us elevate and really know the world that we're living in, because every documentation that any government in the world has is on there. They put it all on there because they don't expect you to read it, because they give you things like Facebook, YouTube, distractions. So because they have to tell you what they're doing, but then they're not going to show you exactly where it is. They'll put it out there, and that's your informed consent. But then you're going to go off and play a game for 3-4 hours and never do any research, never go into company's house and look and see that these people are all actors and work for the corporation, registered corporation with Dun & Bradstreet, or your company's house as it is in UK. And the UK is a corporation. It's basic and really simple. But how many people do you know that don't know that and think the Bank of England is, the Bank of England? No, it's not. It's a private corporation. Lends money to the government in the way of treasury bonds that they print out of thin air, and then the government says, all right, we owe you X amount with interest. That's the system that's been set up, and that's why the world is in the state where it is today, because no fiat currency survives. Does 100 years, it's done plenty. This one's gone 110, 112, I think. So you know it's going to be really nasty. The big ass bubble that used to blow when you picked it with your bubble gum, and it's big like your face. Yo, just me, in your hair and everything. That's what we're going to experience, and that's just, you know, mild in comparison to what, you know, what's going to happen. But if you're prepared for it, you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. You just got to sit back in your yard with whatever you need and just let what happens out there. Don't get involved in it. You know, if you think, oh, I'm going to go out there and placard and riot, because there's lots of riots taking place all over. Shops are being looted, all sorts. You know, when 200-300 man deep just go bam into a shop, it's over for that shop, you know. But then what's happening in some of those states, they're saying, oh, obviously we can't have a shop here anymore.
So you destroy the
exactly.
environment. You know what I mean? And
that's what they want you to do, because when all of these shops, even though they're selling you poison, but guess what? You've been eating it for the last how many years? So what? You still need your poison, don't you? But when they say, okay, we can't have a store here anymore, and you wake up one day and there's not one shop in your vicinity, tell me what you're going to do then. That's when they turn on themselves, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're making men and women do, because they don't know that somebody's out there controlling all of this and watching the shit show take place. So don't be a party to it. You going down there screaming, ranting, raving and looting. Two wrongs don't make a right. You've been wronged. So on top of that now, somebody who's running their business, maybe a little privately owned family, mom and pop business, gets looted and burnt down. So you tell me how you can justify something like that. Because it's only people that are insane, that are crazy, that have been, you know, riled up, that will do something like that, because they're not thinking. They're not thinking clearly, and they're being controlled yet again. Yeah, the Floyd riots and all the rest of that, it was all orchestrated, every single bit of it. That was your theatre. You were watching a theatre right there. Who knows whether this man was actually met his demise in front? Who knows? Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. Who knows? Yeah, he's a twin for a start. You know what I'm saying? My man might be living his life somewhere, but everybody's under the impression that, yo, this officer put his knee and killed, yo. Like I said, it's a theatre, it's a stage, and that's what you need to look into. You can verify for yourself 100% categorically, which you won't be able to do. You're going to have to believe them, and whenever mainstream puts something right in front of your face, you better know that it's theatre. Yeah, or the actual real casualties, yeah, because how are they going to make it look real if there aren't any? Like 9/11, 7/7, if there aren't any real casualties, how are people going to believe it? So yes, there will be. They call it collateral damage. They're no business. I know them. Yeah, so don't buy into any of it. What am I? You wrap it up.
Yeah, if you want to make great change, learn about law, learn about David Windmiller's work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And just be an influence, be a positive influence. Yeah. You know, don't be out there protesting and going mad, because as we know from the past, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work
in the end.
No.
You know what I mean? It looks good externally, but you know what I mean, we need to do the inner work and help each other. That's what I mean. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all we got to say for this one, you know.
Yeah.
Quick, cool, calm and collected one. Yeah, and yeah, keep working on your mind, body and soul in order to achieve your goals, because we're there with you.
Spiritually.
You don't know. Bro and sis, stay blessed. STS and Lady Crown over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people. Have a strong day. And trust me, don't forget anybody in the local vicinity, Nottingham, St Anne's Library, 2:00. Let's go down there and let these people them know. Say, yo, if them are dopey, we are come rock, because it's not happening. Blessings.